Welcome back to Hardcore Hotline, the one place you'd rather not be, and frankly, neither would we. We're joined today by CJ Frederick of the band Dead Bars. CJ, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. It's so good to be here on Hardcore Hotline. What a
Oh,
treat.
yeah, super amazing. Such an accomplishment for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking
Yeah,
forward to this for like months now.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, that is we get that all the time, all
yeah.
every time. Perfect, wonderful, amazing. So Dead Bars, the band that you're purportedly in, what do you do in this band?
I play the guitar. I used to play the drums. I write some songs. I collaborate with my brother in rock and roll, John Maiello, and yeah, and I try to play most of the shows when I can.
Yeah, you do your best to try and play most of the shows. So you play guitar, you used to play drums. Do you play guitar because you weren't very good at drums, or did you play drums because you weren't very good at guitar, but they decided that it's fine?
That's a great question. I'm actually really good at both instruments.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, no, but actually, when this interview is over, I'll see what I can do about,
Yeah, yeah.
practicing.
Yeah,
Practicing.
yeah. Maybe you can take a lesson or two or something like that. That
Yeah,
might be good. Yeah, yeah. But that's good that you have such self-confidence in your talents, in your talents. Yeah, yeah.
that's all. That's
So
all I got. Confidence.
that's all you got.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about your band, or at least what you can remember about it, or anything like that? Most of the people watching probably have no clue what Dead Bars is, and we don't blame them.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
So also what I can remember, that's very well put. It's been almost 10 years, and I can say that I remember about half of that.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
So
about
we could
right.
start we could start back in 2019. I was living in Detroit. I was living in Detroit in 2019, but let's go
Okay.
back a little further than that. The
A little
band
further.
started in 2012-ish,
Hmm.
something like that. Like I said, I can't remember. We
Yeah,
started in
it's fine.
Seattle. Like I said, I was a drummer,
Hmm.
the singer, also a
Hmm.
drummer. Neither of us really wanted to play drums, but he wanted to sing in a band, and I didn't have anything else going on at the moment. So I said, sure. And he gave me a burned CD, and then, it turns out we're both from New Jersey. We had so much in common. He's the man.
Wow,
John
two
Maiello, shout
drummers.
out.
Two drummers from New Jersey. It's hard to find drummers now, That's the one thing bands always need. There seems to be a massive number of bassists to choose from, or at least someone who can look at a bass, pick one up, and be like, "Sure, I'll play this." But drummers, that's a hard one, and to have two in a band, I mean, what are the odds?
Well, we've been hoarding the drummers on the West Coast for years now, for 10
Hmm.
actually.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah, at
yeah.
one
It
point, at
seems.
one point we had four drummers in the band.
Yeah, you definitely were hoarding every drummer out on the West Coast. No one likes to go out there, so you're pretty safe in keeping those. So
Yeah,
you
we
said
had we
that
had all four.
all four of them. Now, you guys have been around, like you said, for 10 years, supposedly. But you continue to be a band instead of breaking up. Why do you keep doing that?
Well, we keep writing songs, and honestly, I guess it's like objectively a terrible time to be alive right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, yeah,
So there's
absolutely.
really not much else going on.
Uh-huh.
So I'll keep doing this until like maybe I get some like money and money mostly.
Right, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're just gonna keep doing this then. Okay. Well, that's good. And because you've been a band for such a long time, you've gone all over the place, at least, 5 states. What is something you do to pass the time while on the road?
Oh my God. The time spent in the van is like hands down some of the worst time. You can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
passing
Oh, yeah.
passing the time. Oh, I can't remember. It usually involved. Well, recently it's involved a lot of cannabis.
Hmm.
Um, Prior to that, it just crushing anxiety, just
Okay. Yeah.
all the time. Yeah, a lot of finding like a pillow and maybe a sleeping bag, and then just getting in there, just really staying in there for as long as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as long as humanly possible. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that sounds so smelly. The anxiety sweats. They're like nothing you've ever smelled before.
I'm experiencing some right now.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we can't imagine why. So, JK, we like to ask this question to bands. Who is your least favorite band member and why do you hate them?
Mm. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let me say this first. I'm pretty sure at this point, Dead Bars has had close to 30 members, if not
Okay.
members.
Okay, so a big
So
pool to choose from of people that you hate.
listen, I'm not going to say their name, but there's only one member. Just look at it this way. Look at it this way. First of all, I'm not going to answer your question. Second of all, this is what you need to know. Out of the 30 members of Dead Bars, only one of them has like truly sucked, if you don't count me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
I hope
sucked
that's some sort of.
musically, like
Oh,
musically they were terrible, or as a person they were terrible, or was it the combination of both?
oh my God. I can't say anymore, but thank you for asking.
We cannot wait to see you in person so we can get some tea and just sink right into this situation. So you have a couple of newish songs because you guys are on Iodine Records. Is everyone we interview on Iodine Records? Is this okay? That's fine. That's fine. But anyway, so as we were saying, you have some new-ish songs that I'm sure at least 15 people have listened to so far. Is this part of like a larger album or is this just it?
You kind of like overshot with 15. I would say at this point, it's six. Oh, no,
Six.
seven. Seven.
So, okay, yeah,
Seven.
we were trying to be nice, you know,
Thank
but
you. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
I completely forgot your question because I was trying to do math in my head.
That, yeah, that does happen. We were asking if your couple little songs out there are it, like they're just your songs, or are you making like another album that
Oh,
we'd
I'm
have
glad you
to sit
asked.
through and listen to?
Okay, yeah, we're making a new album with a great title that I can't say. And honestly, I hope you sit through and listen to it because it's like I said, it's objectively a terrible time to be alive, and I feel
Uh-huh.
like we're writing to that. We're writing to that. We're also trying to be like we're trying to bring people together and write some pop songs. And um, damn, this answer sucks.
It does, but that's okay because this is hardcore hotline. um, we're a legitimate news source, but that's okay. Um, when do you think this album is going to be out?
When somebody tells me it's coming out.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Oh, this
that
year. Oh, okay.
this
This year.
year.
The year of our dog, 2024.
The year of our dog. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Well, eh, is it gonna be like longer than half an hour? Because we don't have that much we don't have that much time unless we're sitting in the Costco gas line. We might be able to have a bit more time for that. Who have you been listening to lately that you would recommend other people listen to?
Oh my God, great question. I have not been like seeking out new bands necessarily. I've actually been like doing a pretty big deep dive on Mr. Hank Williams. That's hella
Okay,
boring. That's
a
hella
little
boring. I'm not going to talk
bit.
about Hank Williams, but I will tell you this.
Yeah.
For our hardcore hotline audience, that new Skinhead 7 inch is one of the most fucking psychotic things I have ever heard in my life. It is insane. Do you know what I'm referring to right now?
I don't. I don't. We don't listen to music. At
No.
least we try not to. It's it
Okay.
seems it just seems like there's just so much of it, and so much of it is so bad. But tell us
That's why you're wearing a
why
Hopes Fall hoodie.
we found it in the trash. But
I've
someone's
actually gotten a lot of
trash.
my clothes from the trash. This Metallica t-shirt that I'm wearing right now is straight up from the trash. Shout out Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit. Find your clothing in the trash.
Yeah.
Um, so what makes this album so insane? In the membrane, possibly?
Good. Cypress Hill. There's no rappers on this record,
Oh, of
which
course.
is kind of disappointing to me because I really wanted to take Dead Bars in a rap rock
Mm-hmm.
direction.
Ah,
Um,
okay,
I
okay.
was voted out, however, 1 to 29. So 29 other people were like, no, we're not doing this rap rock shit. And
Even the
I
one guy who
tried,
sucks? Even the one guy
well,
who sucks said no?
he unfortunately would have said no if he was around.
Okay.
So I think I can speak for him on that.
Okay, okay.
Um, but today, actually, okay, cool. I'm glad you asked me about music. Today I spent about an hour this morning listening to the Godzilla soundtrack from 1999,
Okay.
the American Godzilla movie.
Oh, yes. Okay. Uh-huh.
There is a collaboration between Green Day and Jamiroquai and Godzilla on one song. You got Brain Stew by Green Day, right?
Uh-huh.
Classic riff.
Yeah.
You got Jamiroquai's like production and beat making. And then you got fucking Godzilla just screaming along on this thing. Wrap your head around that. Also, low key, one of the best Rage Against the Machine songs ever is on that soundtrack. And if you've ever wanted to hear Bob Dylan's son, Jacob Dylan, cover David Bowie's song "Heroes" with his band, the Wallflowers, you can do that. It's the first track, so you don't even have to try. You just put it on, and it just starts. What
I
else is
think I
going on?
remember that song. Didn't they
Great
use
song,
it in the trailers?
probably.
I think they
I've
did.
spent more time listening to the soundtrack than I don't know if I've ever watched that movie all the way through. It's really bad.
It is not good. It's not great. Yeah.
It
Hmm.
is really
Hmm.
bad. Legendary soundtrack though.
Okay. Okay. All right. I feel like a lot of those late 90s epic movies, they were really bad, but they had really good soundtracks. Like even the Batman and Robin soundtrack
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
bad. Yeah.
Kiss from a Rose.
Terrible movie. Great soundtrack. Yeah.
You also got that movie. What was that? Was it Boys in the Hood? It was one of those
Hmm.
movies really. It's cool. We're talking about rap rock. There was one of those. One of those movies had like a collaboration between Dinosaur Jr. and who? Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy. There's no way I'm gonna remember this over the course of the interview. But
No.
just send a little message to Dead Bars. I'll pass that along.
Perfect, perfect.
Mhm.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, well, for all of our listeners who are still here, listen to the Godzilla 1999 soundtrack. Um,
Big time.
the
And that
Bat
Skinhead 7 inch.
and the Skinhead 7 inch.
It's called Everything Was Beautiful and Nothing Hurt. That like Kurt Vonnegut thing.
Ah, yes. Okay,
That's what
okay,
it's called. And honestly, I think it's like 12 minutes long. So while you're at it, just listen to the first one too. Gives a little more context for the second.
okay,
That is truly, oh my God. Like, I don't know if you have this relationship with bands. I don't like the band's got riffs and hooks and like insane lyrics. And I just like appreciate it for being so crazy. I mean, I kind of want to tell you why it's crazy, but I just can't speak for it. Just imagine a like, just picture like a skinhead, you know,
okay.
and then imagine that skinhead for the first time in their life having this like deep existential introspection. Now, just Now, what is that skinhead saying? Listen to those two 7 inches.
Okay. All right. We'll listen to those and we will put them up on Instagram. Something you don't have, so you won't see it, but
Nah, I don't do
others
that.
might. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So, OJ, you live in Seattle and you listen to music. What is the music scene like out there?
It's so interesting. It's different from everywhere else.
Yeah.
Hella different types of bands who just fuck with each other. I mean, in a good way, fuck with each
Okay.
other.
Okay.
So, I would say it's less clicky than other places. However, I can't really speak for the kids because I spend most of my time in bars where they're not allowed. Um, but I think the kids are cool too. I haven't been to a show with like a hella bunch of kids in a long time. I bet they like that Skinhead record though.
They probably would. The kids, they grew up and they turned 18 during the pandemic, so they're
Ugh.
just learning how shows work, and they make all of the older people so angry. We love to see it um, because they're
No,
not.
kids are cool. Let me say this. Let me put that out there. Like, shout out to all the kids. You're killing it. You're cooler than me. I love what you're doing. Keep wearing bright colors. Keep kicking your friends in the head and doing all that shit. Just do it. Just do it. Whatever.
They're just going for it. They really are. Um,
Go to college though. Like, don't be like me. You could like you could kick your friends in the head and wear bright
nope, your
colors and go to
connection
punk
is
shows every weekend and still go to college.
keep kicking your friends in the face. It's fine. So especially in Seattle, in yeah, Seattle
Seattle's
is it?
objectively one of the worst places to kick someone in the face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, people really, really don't like that here. Like
Well,
less than other places I've been, like New
yeah,
York and New Jersey, for instance.
right. Yeah, there
Yeah.
is that.
I
There is
think you might
the
actually go to jail for kicking someone in the face here.
wow. Yeah. There is a threshold that the East Coast has where they're like, I was kicked in the face, but it was an all right kick in the face. Yeah, Seattle seems interesting. Um, isn't that near the where they filmed the Twilight movies?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been out there. It's
Yeah,
called Forks. It's
it
not
is.
near. It's about 4 hours away. It's in Forks, Washington.
It's fine.
It is. It is pretty much what it looks like in the movies, except less glittery.
Yeah,
But
because they've set up like a little museum. Their whole town is basically Twilighted out. So, um, LMNOP, what is your favorite Twilight movie?
oh my goodness, I mean, like I'm such a basic. I really just like the first one,
Yeah,
a
because of
lot.
all the blue, just the blue cast on everything.
Yeah, it looks so good,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
another.
really like you can't like. It's sort of like I mean, it's proto 50 Shades of Grey, right?
Yes,
Like it
yeah.
goes.
50 Shades of Grey was the fan made story about Edward from Twilight. Fun fact for everyone: 50 Shades of Grey was based on Twilight.
Yeah, shout out my girlfriend who told me that recently.
Yeah, it's
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 it's good to
becoming
know. It's good to
becoming
know.
common knowledge. Yeah, it's a good trivia. It's good trivia to know. Well, and the first one, again, good soundtrack. Um, but it wasn't a huge blockbuster, so they were able to kind of still fit into those indie vibes, and the lead character, she got to look nervous a lot. It was great.
She
It was
does.
good.
She does. She looks very nervous in that movie.
She is. She is. Are you Team Edward or are you Team Jacob?
Which one's the vampire?
That's Edward. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Edward. The
Okay.
hair.
All right. The
I, you
hair.
know,
Yeah.
I, I'll tell you what I learned from him. I don't know if you can see my hair. My hair is looking decent today. But that
Okay.
actor,
Okay.
do you remember his name?
Robert.
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Yes.
He, I read something that he said about And somebody was like questioning him about his hair. How do you what do you do with your hair? He's just like, I don't wash it.
Mm, okay.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I stopped washing my hair that day.
Oh, that is so good.
It is. Well, that's why I look so much like him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you
So,
see it?
yeah, so we're gonna wrap up this interview. Is there anything else you'd like our millions of listeners to know?
Dead Bars just recorded a new album. We can't say the title, but I'll tell you right now, it's an amazing title. We recorded 15 songs. I hope they all go on there. Unfortunately, it might be over 30 minutes, like you said earlier. Either way, those tracks will get released, and they're going to be the best things we've ever done. I'm super proud of them. I wrote a handful of them, and I can't wait for you to hear them. Dead Bars!
Yeah. Yeah, dead. Yeah, the dead bars. So many songs, so many things coming, so many things coming to the world of music from Dead Bars. So thanks again to CJ Frederick of the band Dead Bars. You can listen to their newish singles from Iodine Records, the only people who let us interview them, wherever you listen to music, and be on the lookout for whatever their album's name is later this year, or so they say. Thanks for stopping by the Hardcore Hotline. We'll see you next time.